Welcome to the Boring Tax Guy blog. I'd like to think I'm not so boring, but this is about topics that cross my desk that I think might be relevant to you or you might want to know about. And this one I've been sitting on for a while trying to get something created on a video blog entry and finally got around to it today. I had a premium tax credit case cross my desk about a year or so ago. This case really rocked my world because it's been so full of twists and turns, and I know that the client has been through a lot over this, and I just felt like I should put this out there. I don't think this is going to be very common, but it's a cautionary tale to those of you who are getting premium tax credits. So at tax time, I discovered that this client was going to have to owe quite a bit of money. This client was going to be repaying all of their premium tax credits. And basically, their income rose above the threshold of 4 times of federal poverty level. And when you do that, it is off the cliff. You lose it all and must repay it back. So that's a big enough bite anyway, and I've been dealing with some of that on other clients. We're trying to mitigate this tax bite as best as possible. Basically what happens in these cases, a person receives disability income, especially in a lump sum, or they take money out of their retirement account, or they get a second job throughout the year, or they get a new job that ends up paying them more money, and they wind up in a bigger tax bracket. And then they lose their premium tax credit because they cross over 4 times the federal poverty level. So that's one issue here. Just want you to be aware of that. But this case involves something more than that. So in trying to track down what happened here, what we discovered is that the spouse went on Medicare halfway through the year, and they tried to notify the marketplace. In fact, the marketplace later did admit that they had a phone call from the taxpayer, and that's all part of the twists and turns. But the marketplace refused to budge. They refused to admit that they did anything wrong. And basically what happened here is the client qualified for Medicare halfway through the year and should not have received any more premium tax credits for the rest of the year. Now, how that plays in here, that's kind of a dual track here. One side of this is they made too much money in the year, and that came from retirement plan monies that they took. But how much should they have to pay back? The other side of this, the other track on this, is that they notified the marketplace in time, and they should have had their premium tax credits canceled for the balance of the year for the spouse, and that affects how much they should have to pay back in taxes for the premium tax credit. As we went along here, it was clear that they should not have gotten premium tax credits for the spouse for the second half of the year. And what basically ended up happening, we chalked this up to marketplace mistake. Now, what do you do in a case like this? This case, again, has so many twists and turns here. What I discovered is that there are a number of these cases that have gone through to the U.S. tax court where the government messes up. Believe it or not, the government does make mistakes. But the premium tax court is not a court that you can go to request relief based on equitable grounds. They are strictly a court of law. So if the tax code says this is what happens when the taxpayer goes over 4 times the federal poverty level, then the tax court has to rule on the law. They don't bring in any other facts. They don't bring in mistake. They don't bring in your best intentions. If you run afoul of the tax code, then the tax court is going to rule against you. And there have been several of these where there's clear mistake. And clearly the taxpayer should not be charged with this. But the premium, or the U.S. tax court rather, has found against them in every single instance. There was one case a while back that everyone was looking to go to the U.S. District Court to be appealed. And they were hoping that it would be. But I never saw that it actually went through. So this case is about the premium tax credit when you go over 4 times the federal poverty level and have to repay it all. But this case involves mistake. And in the next installment of this blog, I'm going to address what we did and how you might be able to get some traction as well. So hopefully this is helpful for you. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We do offer a free consult with new clients. So if you'd like to call us and have us take a free look at what's going on with you, we would be happy to chat with you. Thank you for now.